Hi everyone, it's Anya here. I'm back with another video for Ophelia Crafts. Now today we're going to concentrate on a technique. So we're going to make a very simple card but with a great technique. So this is the card we're going to make, and I just want to explain to you about how you go about to emboss. So can you see that this image has been embossed onto the card? So very basic card really. This is Blackberry Bliss with a Whisper White, a big thank you on there, and then a ribbon and a bow at the bottom. So let's get started. What do we need for this card? Well, I have got this stamp set. It's called Seasonally Scattered, and it is really a stamp set that you can use for more than just Christmas. This is Christmas, this is thank you, so obviously Christmas at Christmas time, thank you all throughout the year, and this one could be used for Valentine's. So really, you know, a very good stamp set. It's £15 or something like that, so if you think about that, it's £5 a stamp, but you can use it for many occasions, so really it's a good value stamp set. We are also going to be using some of this gorgeous blackberry ribbon. It's the feel of this is really nice, so I'll be trying to make a bow with that later on. So let's get started. I have here my card of 5.5 by 8.25, and I've scored it at 4 1/8, and I'm going to just press this down. Right, so this is our card base, this is our inside, so let's glue that in already. Like I said, I haven't stamped that one, I'm keeping it really simple, so it's ready to put your own message in there. And then we have here our white card that we are going to emboss. So first of all, before we start with embossing, you need to take your embossing body and you need to rub it all over your paper. This will ensure that all the dust and all the stuff is off the paper. Our fingers are a little bit oily, so that removes that as well, and also it will make sure that our embossing powder only sticks to the Versamark that we are going to put on there. So we have Versamark, and I have already mounted the stamp. So we're going to put Versamark all over the stamp. This is what they call a watermark stamp pad. It's a sticky ink, and it's going to make sure that it doesn't dry too quickly, and also that you have time to put your other stuff on, your embossing powder I mean. So we've put Versamark on there. Now we're going to put Blackberry Bliss on there. It's not going to hurt your ink pad, it's just going to make sure that the ink stays dry, stays wet, sorry, I knew I was saying something wrong there, stays wet long enough so that you can actually put your embossing powder on. And I see I've hit the side of the stamp. I'm just going to remove that because I'll regret that if it actually goes onto the paper. I generally do this with a wet wipe, makes it a lot easier. There we go, so that's off of there. Now I'll center my piece of paper, my mat, onto my grid paper here, and just slightly higher than the middle I will stamp this down. Now before I lift this up, this is my clear embossing powder. I always get that ready, and I take our stamp off, then I tip my embossing powder onto there, and generally I tip quite a lot on there. I play about with it like this. I'm thinking that it's going to go into the Versamark, and then I tap it off, flick at the back, and I just check it to see that I didn't have any funny things anywhere. No, that's fine. So next thing we do is we get our heating tool, and I heat it up slightly, and then I bring it onto the card, and I don't know whether you'll be able to see, but soon, when it's hot enough, it will start changing colour. There, it's happening. There we go. And there we are, look at that. That's our embossed image with the ink, and it's nice and shiny now, and it's dry, you can touch it, and it's got like a layer on top of there, so it's lying on top of the paper. Okay, so that's where we're at the moment. Now we're going to tie a bow. So we're going to put a length of ribbon just across. These are my dressmaking scissors, and can you see what I've written on there? Fabric only. Yes, they are my fabric only scissors for dressmaking, and they will not be used for anything else, and that's why I've written on there fabric only. There we are. A bit of sticky tape, double-sided tape. Let's take this off, and let's see, there's some embossing powder on there. Let's see if we put this on our grid paper, and then we put this straight on a line there, then we know that this is going to be straight as well. The grid paper is very handy for all kinds of things. I miss it when I don't put it underneath. There we go, that's straight. Okay, so now for the bow. That's going to be a different matter altogether. Let's see if we can manage to tie a bow. I've seen lots of different techniques, but to be honest, whichever works for you is fine. Let's see. I might have to start again here. If I can get this through. This ribbon is gorgeous, it feels really heavyweight. Oh dear, what's happening? Am I going to have a bow that I can use? Yeah, that's looks like it. There we go. Did you see I just made 2 loops and then knotted them. Oh, that should be okay. Let's tie this really hard. Okay. Am I happy with that? Yeah, it's getting better. The more I fiddle with it, the better it gets. So let's keep on fiddling with it for a little bit longer. And there we go. That's better. And we'll just cut this off there. All we need to do now is find our... Yes, I thought I had put everything ready, but obviously I haven't. So here I have my glue dots. These are large ones, so I tend to just scrunch it up a little bit. There we go, and then I put it on there. Now, look, this is loose. There's a bit of a thing there. And what I tend to do is I take some red line tape and I cut off a bit. Not with the fabric scissors, obviously. I just use an old pair of tiny scissors for that, because it leaves out behind a tiny bit of glue on your scissors, so you don't want to get that onto your paper. and carefully I sort of look where it's supposed to be going, and I position that onto the card, take off the backing, and then push down your ribbon, and that makes it stay nicely. Okay, so where is my base of the card? Oh, that red sticky thing doesn't get off your fingers. This is our base. Let's get some glue. And I put an extra bit of glue on the sides there where there is some ribbon. And then we just glue it on there. I've left a bit of a bigger edge here because that's what I sort of, the effect that I wanted to get. So here we are, we've got two very nice thank you cards, and these are the cards you will be sent if you order something from me in October. So I hope that I'll be able to send this out to you so you can look at the card and feel the embossing on there. If you would like to order some supplies, please do go to opheliacrafts.stampingup.net and order away, I would say. Thank you very much for watching and hope to see you next time. Bye!